Okay, is it working? Oh my god. What the heck? Oh my gosh. Okay. Is it working? Please. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. What the heck is happening? Yeah! I'm trying to get the stream on my tablet so I can read the chat. My thing is not. Oh my god. Okay, oh my gosh. Yeah, oh what? Sorry about that. Okay, stream number 2. Yeah, don't mind that. That will probably happen a lot. When our laptop, like, dies from energy, it just kills the stream. Even if I immediately, like, turn back on the computer, it just, our OBS just cannot reconnect. So we have to start a new stream, so, sorry about that, don't mind that. But yeah, that's how we do hands. That's all. Let me just... Yeah. Back to our usual programming. Oh gosh. I've been drawing for a while. Let me take a short break. Blah. I'm still here. I'm just gonna sit here and contemplate things. My brain is one of those. Ugh. Be right back. I'll be Oh, gosh. Okay. I'm back. The stream lives. If you can call it living. It's resurrected. But don't worry, all the streams are gonna be public. You can always rewatch them. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna be back drawing. Oh gosh. Okay. Whoa. Well. Alright. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna... It's like a jumbled mess here. Okay. Alright. That looks good. Usually I don't like to spend too much time on one page, but because all the pages are technically completed, it's just cleanup that's not exactly required. We're just taking our time. Usually we would work much faster in less time, but this right now is just we want to draw, so we're drawing. But yeah. And this one, it's a hand. Because you'll notice on like the comic itself, when you read, we really only focus on drawing the important stuff, or the things that we feel are important. Wah. Okay, I think that's good. So, final panel. And a text bubble. Okay. This one was also a panel I really wanted to clean up. Because I feel, well, Chara's expression here is, pretty important. I'm not sure how to do Kris's head here. I think I can have it like off to the side a little. That, I'm surprised I was able to do this pose, even though it may not be completely accurate. I think it does the job. Yeah. Here, let me show what it originally looked like. This is what the release version looks like here. Whoa. You can see how much that changes. Yeah. I love this so much. It gives it like a more softer feeling to it. That you won't really get from the sketch. That's a little... okay, I think that's a good one. And yeah, we do all the color overlaying manually. It's just the same layer with preset colors. We don't have actual like different like. So fun thing, this entire comic is done on very few layers, and that is very intentional. There's like that's not a good page to show this off, but if you look to the right here, on the layer panel, you see there's the line art slash sketch, then there's the color layer, set to 50 opacity, that's all their fill colors. There's the background clouds, and then this is the background. So, I really just count this as like a 3-layer comic. Like, majority of the comic is done on just 3 layers. And that's part of the design and intentional, so that it's very easy to change and update things, and just a lot easier to work on. Because if this was like done on like separate layers and like actually set to like add blending mode, it would be a lot more layers and like a lot of stuff, and I feel it's not necessary for this comic. You would only really do that if it's like an artwork. So like this here is a recent artwork we did. And you can see with this one we actually did use separate layers, and this does have blending modes. So like this is set to multiply, which makes it darker. So like darker mixing. So this is more of like expected traditional way to do like coloring and line art. So we would do this sometimes on illustrations, but for a fun fact, this way where it's like very few layers and everything, we actually usually do this. We only just break the mold more if it's like an illustration, but most of the time we actually do like use pretty quite few stuff. But yeah. Yeah! A shoutouts to a few layer count art. Yeah! Huzzah! Yeah, in my opinion, there's like ups and downs. Oh, that arm looks off. Oh, I think it's... Oh no, I made that mistake again. And I can fix it. I remember back then we used to use so many layers. There's like, you know, as usual, there's pros and cons to everything. Like, of course, using few layers, things are gonna like, even though it's gonna be easier to edit, it's gonna be a lot harder to be clean with it. You'll notice how like it's very funky. Things go over the line, all that. That's just part of our just how our art looks, and we don't mind it. And we actually like it. It makes it feel more created. Okay. I think this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. But yeah, to go along with low layer count, we don't actually add any effects. So like, a lot of times with artists, especially on like illustrations, you might see how they would add like a gradient effect or like an add overlay, so there's like more lighting and color. It's great to do. But for at least this comic, we actually don't do that. This is a bit of a spoiler. Kind of. We've shown it before on a stream, but just to more better show the page, I want to look at the right page here. This is the page. If you look at the right, what's this? Okay. It's practically the same layer count. There's the line art, there's the color, 50% opacity color fill. This layer is just the extra. This uses the gray blue for the rain, so it's just on a different layer. The rain is on the line art, and then there's the background gradient, and that it's. I would consider it the same layer count as the sky section, and that is intentional. So like, there's like no effects in this comic, and if there are, it's gonna be all on the same layer. And that goes along with the palette and all that. It's how I would explain this comic is that it's very simplified, and that's just let me go with a bigger brush. This comic, visually, even though it probably doesn't look it, it's very simplified in our creation process. Even though it's technically following our usual process, because with our usual style, we still simplify a ton. It's just a lot of streamline. So we can do like a lot of stuff in pretty little time. Unfortunately, with Clip Studio, I don't think there's a way to see how long you spend on an artwork. Like on Procreate, you can check like the time you spent on an artwork. Wow, I don't think you can on Clip Studio unless if you like. Because usually, like when you time lapse something, like a minute would equal an hour, but I'm not sure how fully accurate that is, so I'm not exactly sure. I think that's good. Let's see. Because on this page, I don't want Kris's eyes to be visible. So it more focuses on Chara. Oh, I should make it so that it looks like... Well, I think that was fine. Ugh. Doing a pose that we've never done before. Piggyback. Oh, speaking about piggyback, Yeah, drawing with a reference window is so great because instead of like when you're zoomed in and like drawing, you're not taking shots in the dark. Post study tangent time. No, surprisingly, I actually don't know much about. I still have no idea how to fully do, like that. My brain. I just wanted to like just like talk about character stuff. Where was I? I love Kris. Kris is such a puppy. They're so. I love it. So let me put this down. I really love Kris as a character in GBR. Because in this comic we intentionally written the characters so that they behave slightly differently than what you might expect. So in the Buppy. So we intentionally made it so that all the characters behave in ways that's like not exactly expected or feel kind of off, but they still feel like that character. And I feel this especially applies to Kris, because in majority of fandom depictions when Kris is with Frisk and Chara, it's usually like Kris annoyed at like Frisk and Chara, or like I don't know how to explain it, like the like typical like older sibling being annoyed at the younger sibling or something of the such. But in here in GBR we instead portrayed Kris as more shy and caring towards Frisk and Chara, especially like even at the start, they're more like reserved. They're the more serious one. Yeah. Like from the very start, they were more like reserved and all that. Oh my gosh. And like especially here, like at this moment when they learn that from Chara's words, it's very likely that both of those Frisk and Chara had died in their world, so it's kind of scary, you know, like someone you possibly see as like someone younger than you, or like you, you know, it's like I feel it'd be understandable that they're more like kinder and a little more reserved and stuff. And at this moment on this page, it made us like really happy like do this, because Kris here pretty much like randomly offers Chara to give like a piggyback ride to them, like to carry them because they're eepy, and Chara here is surprised that Kris actually does, and then eepy, the eeper, and I don't know how to explain it. I just find it super sweet, and I feel would be like I feel it might be something that like I'm not sure about canon Kris, but I feel it'd be something that Kris would do, because I personally feel Kris is like someone who would like take it into their own hands to try and do something and like help. The hands are back. Yes, yes. That's intentional. Yippee. So like, them wanting to offer help and do something, and stuff like that. It's just very sweet. And speaking about characters, I feel the hardest character for us to write in GBR is actually Frisk, which might be apparent from reading it. And I feel some people may feel that, let me copy paste this. Okay. May feel that like Frisk is probably the worst written character in GBR, because we intentionally written Frisk to be more in the background and kind of just not present there, and little funky. Yeah, nice change in from usual depictions. Yeah. Because I feel Frisk would more be in like the background, and that's kind of the point here. And Frisk already had their spotlight in Undertale, and I feel they would more want to like I don't know how to explain it. More so helping, but you don't really notice it. Oh well, like how Chara did in the old game, the game. But even though Frisk is more in the background, throughout the story, Frisk actively tries to help. Frisk like actively tries to help Kris and Chara. How do I? So like right here, they actively try to help Chara by saying, "Hey, don't mention Asriel," and then Frisk like pretty much crack jokes and try to play around with Chara and stuff like that, and saying like, "Oh, we can do puzzles together," and like suggesting fun stuff that actually helps things. And I feel like in GBR, Frisk is like that hidden glue that keeps things together. Because how do I explain it? Frisk is a strange character to write, at least for this comic. But another thing is like we intentionally write Frisk a little more. How do I explain it? A little more like harsh than like what you normally might think of Frisk. Because I like to think of Frisk as like being able to do multiple things and express themselves in multiple ways. Like here, even though they're like actively kind of like joking with Kris, they're like, "Hey, I don't want to keep talking about this." With this section, I actually really like it, because this shows that Frisk and Chara, or not Frisk and Chara, Frisk and Kris are complicated. Like, will complicate and have their own motives. Like, so in this section, the moment Kris thinks that Chara falls asleep, they pretty much start asking questions about, specifically wanting to know more about Chara, and Frisk yaps a little, and then clearly Frisk doesn't want to share this information, and they already made that clear from the start, at least to Chara, when this page they said that they're like, hey, should we be telling them this stuff? And this page here I feel is pretty important, because how I feel they are talking in this page feels like you're kind of doing like, it's like when someone asks something and you're just trying to play it off, but you don't really want to talk about it, but you just kind of silly with it, but you just kind of want to move on with it, kind of deal. And then Frisk Chara's like, hey, no, I don't want to keep talking about this, but then Kris here kind of words it in a way that's like, technically they're talking about themselves, but in a way they're still wanting to get more information from Frisk, and Frisk actually catches that, and I have it, like, you can tell that, like, they both want to know more about each other, and that's why Frisk still goes along with it. And you can see that, like, you can almost kind of feel that, like, Kris is a little, like, almost desperate, or, like, just really wanting to know. And what I really like is that, when they, like, say, hey, don't mention him, little spoiler, they actually never mention him ever again, and I actually like that, because I have a feeling like Kris right here could be seen as not good, but I feel that's just kind of just being a little human, like having their own little motives, and then Frisk catching that, but they still want to know more. Both of each other want to know more about each other. And they still do, like, understand, and, like, they do drop it and never mention again, as per the request and stuff. I don't know how to do this pose. I think they have to be a little, but yeah, like, Frisk is pretty hard to write, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. But yeah, this comic does focus more on Frisk, or not Frisk, Kris and Chara. Yeah. And that was intentional. A lot of things are intentional. Yeah, should work. But, like, later on in the comic, they become more, like, casual and have fun. And, I feel that's a direct result of Frisk being silly and having fun, and so both, Kris and Chara becomes more, like, silly and having fun, too. So, like, just like Undertale, like, feeling like Frisk is more in the background, they still have a strong impact on everyone. think I have an idea on how to pose this. Oh, that actually looks a lot better now. Yeah. Okay. Angel leaf. Okay, see you. It was fun talking. Yay. Okay. I think that'll be more like in here. Oh. Yeah, that pose is a lot better. Okay. Blah. Okay. Okay. Whoa. Bah. Alright, so let's I should clean this part. There we go. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Middle part left. And huh. Where did I put it? Oh, we put this on the line art layer? Oh, who the heck? Oh my gosh. Ah. Look at let's move this. Okay, now, background stuff, the clouds. have an idea here. So because of the overlay, I can make it more clear, like a more clear Chara silhouette. Well, now that looks great. So, so with Frisk's dialogue, their speech bubbles are more curly, and I really do want to keep that curl to it. Not sure how though. because when making dialogue bubbles, you can actually do pretty much whatever and however you want. Especially like with the lines here, you can actually do a lot of things. All that really matters is that you can more easily tell, like, going from bubble to bubble where it's linked to, and like the feeling and where it's going. So you can do a lot with them. Let's see. I'm not sure how to exactly... Because there's not that much space to do a loop. Actually, I think that'll work. I think that's a good change. And another thing we're trying to do here is so because of this bubble being moved over here, let me go here, instead of it being more clearly like this, in this layout, it's very easy to read it the wrong way. Like, that's actually the wrong way. So it's supposed to be read like this. However, because this bubble is right here, it's easy to accidentally misinterpret it as this, and then reading like that, because the bubble is on the left side like that. So to go with reading order, what we're trying to do now is change the elevation, because pretty much the reading order for comics is like left and right, like left to right if it's like a like an English comic, but there's also like up and down. So of course it depends on the layout of the comic. Sometimes the sequence may change, but usually when a bubble is higher up, it has more like reading priority than being lower down. So like being higher up means it's probably going to be read first, and then it's left to right. So doing like a elevation difference hopefully may clear that up. It's a little weird. Should. And another thing trying to do is wanting to draw more attention to this bubble, so then you read this bubble last to hopefully help that. Yeah. Hopefully that reads better. Ooh. Alright. Yeah, I think that works. And then, like, with the bubbles, or the dots here changing in size, and, like, the bottom one being larger, it should follow, like, smallest to largest, hopefully. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good change. And here. Oh wow, so much changed. Okay. I think this doesn't need any change. That's probably done. Let's see. Whoa. Let's see. I guess I could try to add Kris's eyes here. Nah. They'll distract a little. Alright. Load your hands. Just being a little particular with what we do. They're a little silly. Puppy. Puppy. Oh, wow. Okay, that looks yummy. Oh, right, I forgot about their wing. Then I'll do. Baba. Yeah, I haven't really looked at their face. In my opinion, what we're doing right now is not really necessary because I feel now there's enough to like really feel and understand what's happening. But this is just more like what we feel is more optional. We just want to just sort of like kick back and just draw. consider this done. Yeah. Yippee. Alright. I don't think there's, let's see. Well, there's a ton of other ones that we can render out, but I think, we did plenty today. Let me. I didn't have a. Let me see if I can find. Okay. So this was before the stream, and on the right is after. I'm gonna be ending stream soon. I'm tired. Let me boop my sign. Okay, let me. So, okay, this is before and after. Let me, and this was, whoa. And this one was the original release one. Alright. So, even though we didn't really do much this past stream, both streams today, I feel the little changes did a lot, and a lot of like rendering and such. I would honestly consider this page like pretty much completely done, even if it's a little rough. Actually, I can render it out a little more. Just tiny more erasing, because it's pretty close there. Because a little bit of erasing can go a long way. I can make this wheel so big! Whoa! It's a big wheel. Yeah, I'll stick with that. Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay. I feel exhausted. I feel this should be done now. Let me... Boop. So, top left is what it looked like before Scream. The bottom left is what the release version looks like. And on the right, the one in the middle, is the completed, how it looks now. Oh god, I'm looking at that arm. Let me. Oh god. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Let me just blob that up. Oh gosh, this is such a weird pose. Oh no. Oh my gosh. At least I am learning. Please let me sleep. But I must fix. Oh. Huzzah. Oh my gosh. I think I should change this arm angle. Okay, this is looking better, I think. Okay. I got this. Yeah, I think that looks good. All right. Okay. Okay. I think this is done. I think. Let me just stare at it. Let me just. Okay. Okay, I think it's done. Oh, that was so much work, but it is such a major improvement from how it used to look on the release version. Whoa. Let me... I'm not sure if I can... Oh, wow. I just want to do a good comparison shot. That's how it looks. Wow. I think I can make their head a tad tinier. Just need to... It just... think that's fine. Oh my god. Okay, okay. I don't really recommend being this very particular, especially like with like specifically comic pages, because with comics you're probably gonna make a ton of pages, and so being perfectionist over every single page is not good. But this is just we haven't been extremely clean with our pages as of late, and we really want to like at least clean up this page just more for the fun of it, and it just looks really nice. So that's just all. Okay, I'll call it quits now. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Thank you for watching. Yippee! Yeah, thank you. Yippee! Yeah, thank you for watching. It's been really nice opening up chat for the first time for a stream. It's been over like such a long time since we had a stream that had a chat. We opened chat. But thank you. Bye. Bye.